All right, welcome back to Mildly Interesting. This is a good way to start the week because, you know, we don't want to overwhelm you with too much interesting stuff to begin with, and then we can ramp it up as the week goes by. We'll start off with number 19, Japanese maple, making a Japanese flag in my front yard. Did you just move in? Because that probably isn't the first time that this has happened. Maybe you just found the Mildly Interesting subreddit, though, and you're like, this is the perfect place for this to go. This is an interesting way you could do art, though, as a landscaper. I think you could do a US flag if you just did a really whole bunch of complicated alternating different rows of flowers, and I don't even know what you would use to get the blue. You get the red from this, though. You get the Japanese maples contributing to a very large stripe on the American flag. So it could work. Maybe someone's actually done it. I don't know. This tiny plant growing in my car window. Yeah, Yeah. Do you drive a Prius? Because is it like very environmentally friendly? Is that what's going on here? I don't know. If I saw this happening in my car, I'd be like, how did I let this get so dirty? There's obviously there are nutrients in your windowsill thing that can sustain life, which it's kind of cute, but also like how much dirt has accumulated in there? Or maybe this plant is just really incredible and is piercing your car and able to draw nutrients from whatever your car is made out of. Your car is just made of recyclable, renewable resources. So I guess that's all there is to it. Whoever the manufacturer is, they've done a really good job at being environmentally friendly. My mom found a baby owl on the porch behind the firewood. I guess that's mildly interesting. I don't know. Oh, I see. So the firewood is like all piled up against the back window, and somehow an owl is in there and it's trying to get your attention for help. It's like, I was here before you put the wood up, okay? This was my home, and now I'm trapped here. Please, I would really appreciate it if you could notice me. Normally I try to avoid humans, but in this case, you're my only hope. You got me into this situation. Please help. I didn't notice you were putting the wood up and I was sleeping. Are owls birds? That's an old reference to a question I asked a long time ago. This can of paint looks like a cat. Are cats paint? Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm press X to doubt here. If people could draw fancy designs of things in the top of a latte, you can definitely do it in paint, which is made for it. Yeah, maybe when it's not in the can. But this, I don't know, man. I don't know. This could have been tampered with. Like, if you're a painter, you could figure out how to execute this. I mean, it's really cool, but it's almost too cool and too well done. I don't know about, the laws of entropy really are not on your side here. Like, it's too perfect. You can see like a mouth there. You get there's a nose spot. There's an eye. Nah, dude. Nah, I'm not. Nah, cat. This moss-covered boot found in the woods. Oh, I wonder if that came from the car. The environmentally friendly car. This was in the trunk of it. This is the environmentally friendly boot. Or maybe the same person posted both of these and it's from a crime scene that they found in the forest, where it's been out there for a long time, in which case I can understand that, but otherwise not so much. My friend's extensive Pringles Collection wall. I bet that if as people we kept the packaging from our favorite snack, we could all have our own impressive/depressing collections. I would like to say I could have a really big water bottle collection wall, but more than likely I would just have a really, really impressive takeout food container wall. But if we're talking about, I could have a really, really good Ben & Jerry's salted caramel core wall with mold growing all over it. I would clean out the things if I was gonna do that, but that would just be a wall of depression. Like, wow, look at how many hundreds of pounds of sugar my liver has had to deal with. Wait, No, I guess it'd be my pancreas. Look at how many thousands of pounds of sugar that my pancreas has had to deal with making insulin to do. I mean, liver is alcohol, but does liver handle sugar at all? I don't know. This is why I'm not a doctor. Fan looks like it's missing a blade. Oh, this is tripping me out, dude. Oh, man. I guess the lighting is like, I'm moving. I can kind of faintly see just a little bit. I bet if I went into Photoshop with this and did the eyedropper, there would be just ever so slightest difference between on the blade and off the blade. I was super confused for a second though. I was like, I mean, it just looks like the fan has 4 blades. Cool, but then the shadow. Oh, that's some mystifying stuff right there. Oh, that's trippy. I mean, it could also be easily photoshopped, tweaked just to make it look a little more convincing, but yeah. That's wild. This $50 cut out by hand. Impressive. That seems like a very, very tedious process. I wonder what would happen if you tried to pay with that. It'd probably be like, this is fake money, sir. Isn't that illegal, though? You're not allowed to deface currency. What is the reasoning behind that? Because if the money is mine and I want to break it, shouldn't I be able to? Shouldn't that just be something you're allowed to do? It's like, it's your money. I'm allowed to spend it frivolously on something completely worthless, but I'm not allowed to deface it. It seems like there are worse things that you could do with it. So it's always confused me. This ball made of honey, which you can drop in your tea, in UT. I think there are other things that are kind of like this. What are they? Shoot, people were eating them a while back. Oh, right, Tide Pods. Yeah, you can drop those in your tea as well, and they'll release a lot of flavors into your tea. It'll be kind of overwhelming. Please, disclaimer, do not do this. Thank you. I'm not liable. Caught someone else's camera flash when taking this photo of snow falling at Ginzan Onsen. Oh, that's pretty cool. So that's like there was a rolling shutter, and so midway through the shutter like doing its thing, the other flash went off and illuminated part. So it like started from this side and then it went like the flash went off here and then the rest of the image was captured. Pretty cool. If you've ever wondered like how an image can exist with 2 different states of light in it at once, it is not that the camera is faster than the speed of light. That's not it at all. It's that the camera is slower than the speed of light and the light turns on midway through the shutter going off. My pack of Cards Against Humanity suggests we send complaints and legal threats to the president. Oh boy, risky click here. CardsAgainstHumanity.com. Disclaimer, Cards Against Humanity is a work of satire. Please address all complaints and legal threats to President Donald J. Trump, the Mar-a-Lago Club. Not the White House address. Oh boy. Okay, we're moving along from here to this stack of towels and rolls. Looks like Cookie Monster. Why do I feel like every time I'm in pareidolia, or maybe mildly interesting sometimes, there's always some Cookie Monster lookalike? I don't know why Cookie Monster is such an easy thing to just randomly have approximated in the world. I guess it's because 2 white circles, that appears pretty commonly. Rolls of paper towels, toilet paper, cylinders. As long as that then ends up on top of something blue, you have a Cookie Monster. I guess someone should go into a scientific explanation of why Cookie Monster is so easy to spot in the wild. Why is it that the odds are so much higher of that than any other particular thing? Game theory, here we go. Why can you see Cookie Monster everywhere? Except that wouldn't be game theory, would it? My friend's cat was recently put down and the vet gave him this paw print of his cat that is full of flower seeds to be planted. When you plant this paw in your garden, wildflowers will bloom year after year in memory of your much beloved pet. That's kind of sad. I mean, it is sad. It's, I don't know if it's mildly interesting as much as it's just sad. And I think people are upvoting it just because it's sad. And that's a bummer, but at least I guess it's a nice symbolic gesture of life coming from not life, you know? So that's nice. My friend's smoked cauliflower looks like an explosion. That's pretty cool. I can envision back in the old days of filmmaking, back when they used miniatures. I guess miniatures are still probably used. But back when they used miniatures to do things, this could be like a practical effect. Somehow they make it so like the cauliflower, it starts out really, really zoomed out, and then they zoom in on it, and then that translates to an explosion blowing up, you know? That is pretty cool, though. Also, why is cauliflower so good? Fried cauliflower, more specifically, you get a little citrusy sauce on there. Why is it so good? Probably because it's fried. The chain of Starburst wrappers I've been building for 3 years. All right, it starts with the Pringles, then it moves on to the Starburst. Is this the same person? They're just really trying to document their junk food intake, because I don't want to know this about myself. I would just be depressed, and I'd be like, I'm gonna die soon. If I saw my wall of salted caramel core ice cream, it'd just be like enough to occupy all the walls in this room, maybe the entire house. And I don't want that. This is cool though. I don't know how you do the interlocking there, but it's cool, and it's a decent amount of Starburst. I don't think I've had that many Starbursts in the last 3 years, but I've had that much ice cream. A lot more, actually. I took a photograph at the... Okay. These are different posts. It's not the same one. I took a photograph at the exact same time this photographer took hers and caught her flashlighting the scene. Once again. Oh, except this is like some real high quality, legitimate, fancy camera stuff. I guess it's different in this case, because it's not the rolling shutter thing, because a flash stays on for, a tenth of a second or so, probably. So I guess you could time this with just a little bit of thought, even though I'm sure this was accidental. But I like how must be a little bit dusty or hazy, so the flash is illuminating some of the dust right there, and you get the cone of flash. And the model is also looking at you like, yo, why are you taking pictures? This is our shoot. This is not your shoot. Go away. Go away. Probably not. Probably you're on the shoot too, but you're getting a very ominous face. The map chipped into this post. Overdone. Yeah, I think someone did that on purpose. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's not accidental, like the paint can with the cat in it. Suspect. Nah, I guess this is meant to be like, oh, someone did this. So it's cool. I guess it's interesting just because, like, why would someone spend their time etching the world map into a random pipe somewhere? Maybe the bus was late or something, and it's like, I don't know, you got some time to just chip into a pipe for a little bit or something. I don't know, why else? You got some time to kill. I can't think of any other reason. I drew poppy outlines for my class to cut out. They look like they overlap, but don't. You created an optical illusion. Oh god, I don't like it. You look somewhere else on the page, and then your eyes deceive you in the other. I can't believe you've done this. I hate optical illusions so much, because it's like, it just reveals how much our eyes suck, or our brains suck at processing whatever is coming in, because it's just like, it looks fine if you just look at if you look right there, it's fine, but then you move your eyes around and it's like, oh, they're intersecting, but they're not. Stupid. The corrosion on this water tap looks like a map. Did you etch it yourself? Oh, not like a world map. Okay, it's more like a topographic map. Some kind of map of a mountain range that the Forest Service would use. That's pretty cool, actually. Huh. It's actually really cool. You'd almost think that would be a design. I could see that being in a restaurant that's trying to be really hip and cool. I like it. But then I guess, yeah, because it all fades out over here, so it's legit. I wonder how it specifically ended up forming those little channels, though. Wow, that's fascinating, actually. Okay, that's pretty mildly interesting. Well, anyway, that'll sum it up as we've eased into the week with some okay, kind of interesting but underwhelming, hopefully, things. Make sure to like if you were underwhelmed, subscribe if you're not already, and check out the playlist if you want to catch other underwhelming videos. I'll see you next time.